This is a HeadGum original.
What is this, a new If I Were You podcast? Well, kind of. These are episodes that we're living behind our Patreon for the last 5 years, and we figured, why not release some of the best ones onto this feed to reward those of you that never gave up, that never unsubscribed. So please enjoy this classic episode of If I Were You, recorded at our old studio in 2018. All right, ready?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If I were you, if I were you, if I were you, if I were you, I'll tell you what I would do if only I were you. Shark.com.
All right, enough fucking around. Welcome to the shit zone. We're going to answer your awesomest questions, and we're going to get to the bottom of it.
But do you have what it takes? Do you got it, Reilly?
I didn't know this is what I was getting into.
Yeah.
Lock the door.
Oh my god.
Lock the door. No, I can't keep that energy up, actually.
Yeah, that's really.
You
all I
brought it
got.
from like a 15 to a 5 so fast.
Actually, that took a lot out of me.
Are you
quite
done?
frankly.
Do you need to lie down?
Should we play the outro song?
No, I might just need to, fuck. It's like...
Did you just get a cold?
yeah, because like when I yell, my immune system is like higher than it just...
Reilly Anspaugh.
My
Holy
birth
shit.
name.
Is that your full name?
Ryland Anspaugh?
Ryland
Riley
Anspaugh.
is short for Ryland.
That's really cool.
Put it
and
in the
Anspaugh
books.
is long for your middle name, Ann.
Spa.
Spa.
And then your last name, Spa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly right.
What's your middle name?
I have 2.
Nice. So do I.
Oh, what are yours?
I'll tell you if you tell me.
Ooh.
So we get started, or you guys are fucking gabbing?
You're still here.
Sorry,
course
we're
we're
just
still here.
we're just friendly.
Having
Reilly and
fun.
I are friends.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah, but like the whole like, let's fucking talk about it.
Yeah, we're
It's cool
having
to like
fun.
it's cool to like actually experience being friends with your
fucking
boss.
desperate. It's fucking desperate.
For who?
I know your middle name. It's a waste of opportunity.
It's an opportunity.
you?
Yeah, because we're very limited in terms of digital content. Like, what the
Wait,
fuck's
sorry.
the point?
I think you might be really
Wow.
you might be really stupid.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
What's your
It's a-
fucking
What's my name you think is a waste of digital
content
and opportunity?
cost? Yeah. So
'Cause
what's your
what is-
your fucking middle name? Marie?
do you
That's
know my
mine.
middle name?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Nice.
That's the first of 2.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's the second one? Fucking Osmond?
No.
What?
Jude. Close.
Marie Jude.
Riley Marie Jude Anspaugh.
And I'm Jacob Penn Cooper Hurwitz.
Wow. And Amir?
Jude, actually.
Yeah.
Juden.
No, we all know your middle name.
It's Shmuel, but that's Yiddish for Jude.
Yeah.
Riley, just so you know, this is a video special, Patreon-only exclusive episode of our podcast. We're recording this there. There's a hidden camera there.
Oh
2 more
my
over here.
You have a GoPro
God.
in your urethra
Yeah.
filming into your body.
and I'm taking a selfie. There's a little camera on this, so it's...
Let's cut to the GoPro cam. Just utter black.
There's one more inside me. Yeah. and
There
it's
it
giving
is.
me... my stomach hurts, but it is in there.
Looks
Short
good,
circuiting.
though.
Yeah, it's dark and it's
Yeah.
hot down there, but it's fine. But we're still, at the end of the day, this is an advice show. We still need to answer some questions, so why don't we get right to it?
Yeah, because the opportunity in digital content.
We're really
You want to
wasting
fucking
it.
talk about your birthdays now?
August 5th. You?
June 3rd.
Nice.
Yeah.
Summer
Nice.
baby. I love that.
I never got celebrations in school because my birthday was in the summer. You're rolling your eyes
Gives
so
a
far.
shit.
Ask a question then.
I don't have any. I
Then our
deleted
job is
them.
done.
You're like so hell bent on creating good online digital content, but you're just screaming at us. You're just being mean. You're
Do you guys
yelling
care
at
about
us.
my middle name? Do you give a
We
shit
did
about
ask
my
you your
already
middle
middle
asked.
name?
name.
Really?
You said it was Jude.
I was,
You
is
tried to
true.
steal Riley's middle name.
I thought it would be a conversation starter.
it was a conversation ender.
Fair.
We started the conversation. You said, let's move on. This is a waste.
Yeah, this entire time you've just been trying to hijack a conversation and bring it to an abrupt end before it's even run its course.
Daniel Day-Lewis writes,
Holy shit.
I can't believe you wrote it in.
one of my best buds who is currently unemployed has been aggressively looking for a job for a few months now. He's 31 years old, has a bachelor's degree, and is more than qualified for many of these jobs. He keeps getting turned down for these jobs, and he's starting to feel discouraged about the whole process. I feel for him, but I think I know why he keeps getting rejected. His teeth are disgusting. I'm talking black tar from cigarettes, visible plaque, just overall awful teeth. Were it not for his nice clothes and haircut, he'd look like a freaking homeless dude. I normally overlook his atrocious maw, but because he's my bud, I worry about potential employers aren't as forgiving. I mean, who wants to hire someone who looks like a meth addict? So my question to you fellers is, should I say something?
And Riley.
Yeah.
Riley's here too.
Sorry, he didn't know that.
Daniel. just easy.
Yeah.
Fellers.
No, it's okay. Just like I get it a lot. I get it a lot. It's fine.
It
Just
pisses me off, Riley.
Don't make a big thing of it.
It shouldn't piss you off more than it pisses Riley off.
It's like fine.
It seems like she doesn't want to bring
It's rude. It's crude. And honestly, dudes,
Yeah.
guys,
Right.
Okay, well,
us dudes
you're
right here.
making it
You
worse.
just made a point to be like inclusive of me being here as a woman.
And now you're saying dudes as
Yeah.
guys, and now you're crying.
Just like
now you're
stop.
crying so quickly.
You're
You went
making it a big
mad
thing.
to sad, and now okay, now you're what? What is this one?
Why
Now
are you
you're-
more sad than I am?
You're dumbed by it. You're dumbed by
It made me dumb.
Yeah.
It made me simple.
Yeah, you're simple.
He's a bit touched.
I became a simpleton when
Oh
I.
no.
You are. Okay. Should I say something as his friend? And if so, how do I bring it up? I can't just say, "Hey man, your teeth are fucked up. Hope you're having a great day. Please help a brother out."
That's not bad. Your teeth are fucked up. Hope you're having
If
a
he
great
ends
day.
with "I hope you're having a great day," that's fine.
You could give any awful criticism you want as long as you say, "Hope you're having a great day."
So
You're a nasty little idiot, and you have bad skin and a weird nose, and you're poor. Hope you're having a great day.
okay, that's funny. All
That's
right.
great.
I'm
That's fun.
having a sour day because of the thing you said. But it was good before that.
Yeah, but now we're talking about the day.
Yeah, you're small, you're meek, and you're very close-minded.
You're talking to him.
Talking to you.
What the fuck?
You're an absolute bigot, and no one likes being around you. But hope you're having a great day, brother.
Well, thanks, girl. I am having a nice day. I love the autumn.
It is February 9th.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn,
so
these come
late.
out slow.
Riley, I'm sorry to hear that. Riley, you have great teeth. What's your oral hygiene history? Were you a braces? Were you a retainer? Were you an expander?
Oh.
Or are they veneers? That's fine too.
Pulls them all out.
So sharp.
Or is it like, oh, I've never had any of that stuff. I'm just naturally perfectly aligned, which I hate.
Yeah.
What is it?
Do you want me to answer?
I want you to answer truthfully. I just hope it aligns with my
You're getting
worldview,
sicker as
otherwise
you
I'm gonna
continue to
piss.
She
speak.
never had braces, bud.
No, I did. When I was younger, I had buck gap teeth.
Bucked gap.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
How can they be? They're out far and
They
And
were
thick.
out far and wide. Is what
love,
happened.
would love to see a photo.
Oh, there's so many. It was
Great.
great. Like you could drive a double-decker bus through those boys.
I love that. The Dave Letterman style.
It was truly like that.
Oh my god.
And
Letterman teeth.
Letterman teeth on like 8-year-old Riley.
Can orthodontists sort of shape it in any way they want, or is braces made specifically to straighten your teeth?
You could get like Apex braces. so
Yeah, I
you just
want like
got a
braces
nice
that give me a separation, or I want teeth that are lined like a triangle, or maybe I can have
That would
every
be
other
really
teeth.
cool. Like that's like the next thing that Christian Bale is gonna do. Like
that's
you know,
cool.
like a real like method actor.
Yeah,
like
I
maybe
lost-
a Daniel Day-Lewis.
I lost 80 pounds, and also I made my teeth crooked
Yeah.
for the role.
I'm sure you could. I'm sure that
it took
can happen.
3 years, but I
Totally.
ruined my bite for a fucking movie.
For 4 months of my life.
Because my character, when he bites into his sandwich, can't really get a clean break on the lettuce. You know what I mean? I want a guy
Your
that
teeth
can
aren't sharp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want
That's a
to
character.
blunt my teeth.
It's a character
and
thing you
soft
want.
the edges.
How do you tell your friend if they have shitty teeth?
What are you trying to say?
How do you tell somebody?
Yeah,
how do
it's
you
the
give
question.
somebody
Don't
these
get
news?
defensive.
How do you
It's-
give somebody news like this?
I don't know if you do. I don't know if it's your right. I don't know if it's your role. I don't know if these job offers are actually being ruined by the teeth situation.
Really?
I don't even know if that's legal.
Did you feel like this? Did you feel like he feels?
What? Which
In
is
what do you mean?
I feel like he's wrong across the board. I think that this is totally within the friend's bounds, and I think this is probably why the guy's not getting the job.
I think if the friend asks point blank, like, why do you think I'm not getting these jobs? then I think maybe. I think lead by example. If the guys are having a sleepover, let's say.
Yeah.
Let's floss.
The guy, like, the friend would be like, look at this Crest, like, optic white I'm using. Do you want some?
Oh, that's
and, like,
cool.
and showing him,
No,
like,
I'm
look
good.
at me.
I'm gonna brush my teeth with this Snickers bar. Why can't I get a job?
You put in your retainer at night. I'll put in this thing that makes cola on my teeth for 8 hours straight.
Yeah, or maybe
No.
we could try flossing with a water
I
pick.
put an Oreo on the top and a Twix on the bottom, and I smash my face into mud, and that's how I sleep. And can I have a job?
What if you
And can I
dared
marry
him?
your fucking daughter?
What if you dared him? Like, what if you're like, I bet you can't do like, because guys love a challenge. I feel like, you're like, I dare you to brush your teeth twice, if not thrice,
Whoa,
daily.
a
But I
double
think it's
doggy
beyond brush.
dare.
It's beyond brushing.
Yeah,
It's
so
beyond
what-
brushing.
what do you
Brushing
do?
and flossing.
He needs
and
veneers.
water pick.
He needs veneers. He
Veneers.
needs veneers.
I just learned about veneers and how prevalent they are. A lot of actors and actresses just have fake teeth on their teeth.
Toddlers and tiaras, the children on that do that as well.
For baby teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Baby teeth veneers.
Baby teeth veneers.
That should be illegal.
You ever seen a baby that's like super hot except for his smile?
Easy.
What?
I'm serious. Just like
Except for his smile.
What are
like
you
a toddler
talking
that's
about?
sexy,
No.
like a 10 in every regard.
Obviously not.
Except the kid just has sort of
A crooked smile, like
a shit-eating grin,
yeah.
and you're like,
And he's
"Hey,
2.
listen,
And he's 2.
listen, young baby, you're
You're
old
a
again.
big-
and
6
you-
months
You
old.
would be a fucking piece of ass."
It's like imprinting in
can't- this is why you
Twilight
pay
when
for
the
this.
wolf falls in love with the baby on site.
Jesus, that's in Twilight?
Yes.
I've never. That's so fucked up.
It's called imprinting.
Say that again. What happens in Twilight?
The werewolf falls in love with the baby of the vampire on site.
This is like the most fucked up joke I've ever made on the podcast. Is just the point of a multi-million-dollar franchise.
But it's like at site, it's like, no, I'm not gonna fuck the baby. It's like, no, I'm gonna love you like a brother, and then once you're of age, then we're gonna get married.
Is this?
Oh, that's sort of like the point in the Time Traveler's Wife
Yeah.
too, where like
Yeah.
this guy's like a 34-year-old,
fucked
and he like
up.
time travels back and he like meets his wife as she's like 5, and he like knows her whole life, and then like at a certain point when she's like 18, it's like, now we're ready, like you're gonna lose your
It's
virginity to me.
fucked as hell.
I
But
don't-
your joke was also pretty bad.
Anyway, I think you say, look, bud, I think that your teeth are messed up and I want to help you fix it. And the reason I think it's worth having this hard conversation is because this will drastically improve his life. It's not just the job. He's going to have like more self-confidence. He's going to be able to like date people. He's going to be, I think it's going to be such a boon to him as a person.
A Brett
that-
Boone
Yeah.
or an Aaron?
It'll be
Boone?
more of an Aaron Boone
To
in
him.
that regard.
A Megan Batoon.
It will be a
Amazing.
Megan Batoon and an Aaron Boone. I think it will be a walk-off homer in Game 7 of the 2003 ALCS.
But do you
was
think
Aaron Boone's time to shine?
You think he doesn't know that his teeth are bad? That this is an eye-opening conversation you have to have with him?
He might know. He might have an inkling. He might be like, I have bad
He
teeth.
has to
He probably knows, but he
know.
probably doesn't know that like other people are noticing it. You know, sometimes when you're like, oh, I've got this zit, and like, but you know what? I probably notice it more than other people. Or I've like you're one thing that you're insecure about. You're like, I can imagine that I focus on it more so than others.
Yeah, but
This-
you want to be like, no, everybody knows it.
Yeah.
That's why you can't get a job.
I think you need to confirm his worst fears. I do.
Well, I also think like if someone has bad teeth, or like the thought process might be, okay, it's bad, but it's not as bad as other people's, so that's why they don't notice it. And maybe it's
Oh,
like, you know,
yeah.
if someone's a smoker, it's like showing someone a
people-
photo of like
yeah.
a black lung, like show him
That's not that
bad
bad.
teeth, but it's actually his teeth. And like show a photo, being like, look at
What
how
would you do if your
bad
teeth were
your
like
teeth
this?
are.
You're holding a mirror.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Imagine
Open
if your teeth looked like this.
full mirror.
I'm hideous. All right, so we got one vote for tell him, one
Tell
vote
him.
for not, and then Reilly.
Show, don't tell.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Therapy is incredibly useful to get your mental health up to snuff, especially because things can get a little depressing. Things can become very anxious. at this time of the year. There's no better way to deal with that kind of stress and anxiety than by speaking to a professionally licensed therapist. And there's no better way to find that therapist than with BetterHelp. BetterHelp is entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and affordable because you don't have to drive anywhere. You don't have to wait in an awkward waiting room. You're paying them directly. All you got to do is fill out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. So how can you find such better balance? Just visit betterhelp.com/ifiwereyou today and get 10% off your first month. I found therapy very helpful, and it's not just me. Millions of people have been using BetterHelp, so you know it works. All you got to do is go to betterhelp, HELP.com/ifiwereyou today. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/ifiwereyou to find your therapist. Get your mind right, and, it'll help everything else out in your life. So check them out. Thank you, BetterHelp. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this episode of our show. Oh my gosh, what better way is there to create a website than using Squarespace? There is none. I mean, it's so simple, so easy to use. We've been using it for years and years. You don't have to know how to design. You don't have to know how to code. They have simple drag and drop technology. And because they've been around for so long, they have a robust studio of tools that you can use. They have 24/7 award-winning customer support. They have amazing analytics. You can build an online store using Squarespace. You can even purchase a domain name through Squarespace at this point. I mean, there's nothing you can't do. Actually, here's a domain name that's available, gravycaravan.com. So it's like Gravy Train, but more of a caravan situation. You can buy that right now with Squarespace. They even have email campaigns, analytics, anything you need. Squarespace has you covered. And if you go to squarespace.com/ifiwereyou, you can use it completely for free with a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, just use that offer code, ifiwereyou, to save 10% off your purchase of that website or domain. Again, squarespace.com/ifiwereyou. Figure out what your website would look like with a free trial, and then when you're ready to launch, just use that promo code ifiwereyou to save 10% off that already low price. So thank you, Squarespace.
All right, next question is a 20-year-old college student. We'll call him James Madison.
Why?
Because that's the only college that's named after a person.
That's not
How do
true.
you know that?
Huh?
It's a college called Hamilton. That's definitely named after Alexander Hamilton.
You don't know that.
Alexander
Hamilton. It's named after the musical. Longtime listener, longtime fan writes Hamilton. Sorry, James Madison. Sorry, James Monroe. I'm a 20-year-old college student, and I'm currently working at an internship. Today was payday,
Nice.
and my pay stub shows that I got paid way more than I actually worked. My 2-week pay period should have been 80 hours of regular pay and an hour and a half of overtime. However, they gave me 99 hours of regular pay and 3.5 hours of overtime. Based on my math, this is an extra $400, which I could really use right now. However, it feels sort of wrong to keep it. Should I tell someone about it? Do I have an obligation to, legally or morally? My check was automatically deposited in my bank account, so I would have to actually give it back to them rather than writing a new check. Note, this is not a small business by any means, so I'm not sure they'll even notice the $400 that are gone. Please help me out of this sticky situation, and maybe I will give you some of the $400.
Well, then that sort of defeats the purpose.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't, because I want that money.
Well, he needed it. He said he needed it right now.
No, because he's a fucking intern. He doesn't need money. He's losing on fucking ramen.
How old are you?
I'm 12.
Got it.
You're going through these changes.
Yeah, I don't know why. There's hair where there wasn't hair before. What would you do in this situation?
Would
you bite the bullet and let someone know?
I think I would let someone know. And the reason is because I think it's like the morally right thing to do. Though I think
Yeah.
there's that's an added bonus. But the bigger the fear here is that they find out. And then they find out that you didn't tell them.
Oh,
and
then
then
you're in
that's
trouble.
I don't think they could I don't think that's like a fireable
It
offense.
seems like you could plead ignorance.
You could definitely plead ignorance. You could be like, "Oh, I didn't even notice." I'm like, "It's direct deposit."
I didn't even notice it for $400 you gave me.
Because I'm rich, bish. You want the
think-
money? Keep the money. And then
You
you
could
light a
play
cigar
ignorance,
on
but I
fire.
think you should do the right thing. I think it also will make you look good to your bosses who you tell. So that might end up in a promotion down the line, and then maybe you're district manager, and then maybe you're
Yeah.
making the hiring and firing decisions, and then maybe
You
you're
fire your bosses.
yeah, and you're the goddamn CFO
This
or the
is-
COO
this is
or the
all-
CTO
Any
or the
seems
CEO.
You created the company.
You're the company created
Any
now.
CO is good. I don't see it happening. I don't think this is like the happy end to a fairy tale that they teach kids.
You don't think he has what it takes to be a CEO?
I think in the real world, if you have what it takes to be CEO, you'll keep that $400. You know why? Because you deserve it. Bank error in my favor, motherfucker.
Whoa.
And you know what? I'm fired? No, fuck you. You're fired.
You're an intern.
Huh?
You're an intern. You're gone. You're out.
Quiet, Riley. You got what it takes
Holy shit.
for jail.
No.
Book him.
That's right. You're the CEO of prison now. And I'm gonna
That
give you
means you're
$800.
everybody's bitch.
You're the kingpin.
What would you do? Would you give it back? Do you have a strong moral compass?
Oh, I'm such
Riley-
a coward. I'd give it back in a second.
She's been
And
siphoning money
more.
from HeadGum since she started.
Yeah.
I mean, like when I interned here, I wasn't paid, so God knows I wouldn't know what to do with that situation.
She was stealing LaCroix. That's how she was paid.
I saw her in the refrigerator.
Eating a LaCroix can.
Shotgunned a
a
LaCroix.
pamplemousse on the day.
She beer bonged a berry.
Yeah, and it was so much carbonation that she was feeling belchy and gassy.
And I flew away.
Yeah, Mary Poppins style. Oh no, is that
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Willy Wonka style.
Yeah.
I would totally let them know. It's that fear. I think you are led by the fear of someone finding out. I am led by, like, it's the right thing to do.
The fear of God.
The fear of God in my heart at all times.
Yeah, I think one should always behave honorably, if possible. But if sometimes you need to delude yourself into behaving honorably by being afraid of the repercussions, that works too.
But
That's
this is a
fine.
big company. They're probably taking advantage of you in something. You can spin it morally that you're actually in the right here and they're in the wrong, and that this is the universe cosmically giving you an attaboy.
Right, but then I think then if you do that, I have no qualms with you. But your come up is $400. That's like where it peaks for you. And if you do the right thing, if you give the money back, there's no ceiling. There's no telling how high you can go, brother. Because you look good for your bosses. You've done the right thing. You feel good morally. You lift your spirits. And
He's gassy.
Burp, Charlie! I'm gas!
You know what I mean, though?
What?
You know what I mean?
What did you say?
Jude knows what the hell I'm talking about. What about you, Jude?
No, I hear you. Because then it's like, if you tell them, you look awesome, they're like, oh, we trust you. Here's more money.
Yeah, it might be.
Exactly. You might
yeah.
even get the bonus.
All right.
Mhm.
That's still free cash.
So
baby.
you're wrong, Bloom.
Well, I wouldn't say there's a right or wrong in this situation. I would just say there's a legal and moral obligation to do one thing, and I'm advocating the other.
You
So-
are always for doing nothing. My friend has bad teeth. Do I tell him? No. I have $400 from my company, and they're going out of business now. Do I say anything? No. You're a curmudgeon.
I'm a
You're
duck.
a weird little parrot duck curmudgeon.
All right, one last
term-
question.
yeah.
This is from a lady.
Woo!
Give me a fake female's name to call this person.
Betty.
That's perfect.
Whoa, Black Betty.
Ba, ba, ba.
Now, whoa.
Black Betty writes,
Down.
So I have a friend who I have had a bit of a weird relationship with over the last few years. He was actually my first kiss. It was not a great experience, I gotta say. But we have already been through the phases of being interested in each other. We have really good chemistry, killer banter, and he is actually the most hilarious person to me. Our sense of humor compatibility is next level. I honestly don't think I've ever met anyone who is as funny as he is. The problem is,
Of course.
we have been super platonic this year, and I know I would never pursue him because he is a terrible kisser. Also, he moved. Also, he has a girlfriend. So my question is,
The other things are so much bigger.
So much bigger.
how would you advise me to get over this guy on all levels? I feel like he's the standard of my kind of hilarity and compatibility without me actually wanting to pursue him. How do I stop comparing him to all the other guys? What do I do? Thanks, hilarious dudes. Keep doing what you're doing, making me look like a loon as I laugh aloud while listening to you on the train during my uni commute. Whew.
Okay.
Betty, She has a crush on this guy, or she doesn't like this guy?
Both.
Why?
Excuse me?
Why? Does this
The-
resonate with you at all? I don't quite understand what's happening here.
I get it. I think it's like when you click with a dude or a lady or whoever,
Yeah.
and like they're really funny, it's compatible, like that's great.
Yeah.
But if there's no spark, if there's no chemistry,
You've got to have the fire.
You gotta have the fire, or else it's not gonna work. Yeah, exactly right.
What-
That's
what-
really good.
What are you doing?
Fire. In the post, we're gonna edit little fire emojis coming out of my arm.
I don't think so.
We might.
Depends on how much the Patreon makes.
Yeah.
A lot of it
That's
depends on the Patreon. So now she's comparing every guy she meets with this guy that she finds very exciting, but not necessarily a good kisser. So what's the big idea?
It's weird. She's like, he's great, but I would never want to pursue him because in order, bad kisser doesn't live near me and is in a relationship.
That's
I mean,
right.
go reverse order on that for sure. Because the kissing is so innocuous as to
Flip
not
it
even
upside
matter.
down.
I spent this entire question thinking of like, oh yeah, like kissing is the one thing that you can teach somebody to do. You can't teach somebody to be compatible like humor wise with you.
Right.
That's the lightning in a bottle that
Yeah.
you can't recreate. And now he's doesn't live near you and has a girlfriend. So I'm sorry, but you are fucked.
But
Also,
now-
there's so many other funny people in the world.
Nothing's funnier than this.
Yeah. Do you think it's harder to find someone who's attractive or harder to find someone who has a good personality?
The latter.
Personality.
Attractive.
Wait.
Attractive?
It's really hard to find somebody that's hot and also likes you. It's easy to find people who are funny and like you.
Are-
At least for me. I'm a comedian.
And all my friends are ugly and funny in that order.
And are obsessed with me.
I think that for me, it's easier to find people that I can like make laugh because that's like how I try to communicate with people in general.
But can you find people easily who make you laugh as much as you make them laugh?
yeah, no, I don't know. I guess
No one's as funny as me.
it's harder for me to it's hard to answer because I can only really think about what I value more. And I think somebody being hot to me is the ultimate. There's nothing
Congratulations on your
Sorry.
wedding, by the way.
there's nothing
These are Jake's vows.
There's just
Someone being hot to
no,
me
I'm
is
serious.
the ultimate.
All right, can I say something
I
for real?
do.
For real. There's just nothing more.
Sexy?
Like there's nothing more important to me in a relationship than just being able to like look at somebody and be like, you're really hot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To like
We're mad that you're
to be able
serious. Like,
to,
don't
to
tell
be
us
able
that.
to find
We
somebody
are
that
taking
you,
you
Yeah.
seriously,
And
so
that's
don't act
really
like
bad.
you're not.
truly
You don't
on
want
on
us
a
to be
fucking
taking
real
you as
level
serious.
that they're like hot.
Yes,
And that's
I
like-
know what you're saying. That you want someone to be hot, not necessarily a good
It
person.
doesn't matter if they are a good
Right.
person
So
or
I'm saying at the very least,
their
put the
personality
personality
is fine
on.
or bad. It doesn't.
It doesn't have to be your priority, but say that it's important.
It's not important.
So I'm
yeah, but
giving
just you can think
it's
of it, don't
not-
say it.
I'm giving you an out. Say that
That they're
it's
both
im-
important.
Yes.
That like you have to be
That's
attracted
right.
to somebody and they have to like
Have a good
actually
personality.
and
Treat
have to
you
connect.
well,
And
be a
you're
good
not
person.
taking that
So
life raft.
if they're hot,
Yep.
then nothing else to me
Right.
matters.
Of course.
Everything
okay.
else falls into place
Okay.
based
Okay.
on if
Okay.
they are.
Yeah, you shouldn't answer this
a hot
question.
person.
You should sit this one out. I
And the
think.
kissing was mediocre. She said.
Yeah, she said bad.
All right.
Is that fine for you?
As long as he's hot.
So you're fine with someone being hot, even if they're a bad kisser to you,
A-okay.
because you're at the very least getting to look
He's
at
just like
someone
looking at them.
who's attractive. Get a fucking poster.
I have one.
It's Pam Anderson on a Ferrari, and she's holding a fucking carafe of beer. And that's my wife.
And I'm in love.
And then to laugh, I have an Adam Sandler CD and a keychain that makes fart noises. And for food, I'll eat an everything bagel.
No one asked about food.
Very well. They're all gonna laugh at you.
So he doesn't live near her and is in a relationship. Are the other really big parts? of it?
Yeah.
And
Well-
she said she wouldn't even be interested in him.
So her question is, how do I stop comparing him to the guys that I meet?
I think it's okay to compare him to guys
Yeah.
that you meet because like if you have a high standard for somebody that like other guys should live up to, That's totally cool. So now your standard is that you want to meet somebody that makes you laugh and that you like as much as this friend of yours, and that also is a better kisser. So if you can find that person who you held up to that standard, then that's okay.
That's great. I like that.
It's beautiful.
Also,
No. You had it.
they've got to be
We're also at
hot.
the end of the episode, so you could have.
That's what he's ending on. That's what he's choosing to end on.
Do you have anything you want to promote, Riley, before we'll let you end it with your final word? But is there anything you wanted to say? Anything you wanted to promote?
Well,
podcast
this is
before.
going to come out after our HeadGum live show
Yeah,
at
but
Dynasty
just in general,
Typewriter.
HeadGum live shows.
HeadGum live shows. We have one in December, first week of December at
That's
Dynasty
great.
Typewriter that Jeffrey,
Solid.
James, and I will be promoting
And hosting, yeah.
and hosting. Also, Jeff and my videos on the HeadGum site.
That's right.
Check 'em out.
HeadGum.com or YouTube.com/HeadGum.
/HeadGum.
That's true.
And then Jake. Do you
It's
wanna
just
say-
important to be hot in a relationship.
All right, we're good. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks,
Thanks, everybody. It means a lot that you check it out, that you listen to the show, and that you're hot. Nice.
You're an asshole.
If I were you, 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 I'll tell you what I would do if only I were you. Show.com.
That was a HeadGum original.